Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Investor More, and I'm standing outside the last residential rental property I bought back in 2015. And I have not been in this property since 2015, and there's a very noisy trash truck coming, so I'll move over here a little bit. But this is one we've had rented for the last 4 years for $1,212 a month or something weird like that. Pretty much been the same tenants the whole time. Nikki has been inside the house, my project manager. I was in Disneyland the last week or so, so I haven't seen it yet. I told her not to tell me about it, not to tell me what it looks like, and we'll go see what it looks like for the first time because I have my feelings it's not in great shape. And there's a few reasons for that. One, you can always spot the blinds up there are torn up and ripped up. And the other telltale sign is that the renters complained about cockroaches. So at one point we're going to have the house fumigated, but to do that they had to leave. They wouldn't leave. We were going to kick them out. And I have property managers who do everything, but they decided to let them stay, and then we will kick them out when they're ready to leave, which I don't exactly agree with, but we'll see what it looks like right now. And get away from the noisy trash truck. All right. It smells a little bit dirty. I can tell you that. I hardly remember this house. I bought it for $91,500 in 2015, which was a smoking deal. Like, it was from the MLS. Another investor, real estate agent, had it for sale, and it was probably literally worth 140 to 150 as is at that time. I don't know why he sold it so cheap, but I made an offer that first day, I think above asking price or right at, and got it under contract, no inspection. Oh, there's our furnace. You can see that's newer. For repairs, we did very little. I think we did some flooring, a little bit of paint, furnace, very minor stuff. So it's been a really good rental, and it's not horrible. I mean, it's not in amazing shape, but ooh, how do you do that? But it's been, for the amount of money we spent on it, which has been very little, and buying it for $91,000 and renting it for $1,200, it's been a great rental. There's a step there, just ran into, and especially, see that? Yep, that's not cool. Those are cockroaches. Oh, that sucks. Very few. Ooh, that looks really old too. Usually we always replace those. So anyway, there are cockroaches here. Now I lost my train of thought as I watched the guy scurry down the door. So I bought it for $91,000, except for the cockroaches. It's been a good rental. Renting it for $1,200, over $1,200 a month. Very little repairs or maintenance, and our taxes in Colorado, I'm in Greeley, Colorado, are really low. Like literally on this house, I don't have the exact number, but I'm guessing the taxes are like $600 or $700 a year. So super low. You can see the kitchen here, which was already like this. We didn't have to do anything. Not that it's an amazing kitchen, but it was serviceable for a rental. What is just a plate hanging? Okay. Let's see, the ceiling did not look like this when we had it. Ooh, look at that. Fridge, that's clean. Oh, I'm not gonna do it. You always want to open a fridge just to see how bad it is, but then you always regret opening it, so I'm not going to. I already saw the cockroaches, that's enough. I stopped buying residential rentals in 2015. This was the last one I bought, as I said, because I was stretching my criteria for buying rentals. I was buying smaller houses in areas that weren't the most, amazing areas. A little tiny half bath right here. And I was thinking, man, I'm really stretching things. I'm buying older houses. I'm kind of breaking my rules to buy rentals. That's probably not a good idea. So we stopped buying rentals and was looking to buy in other areas, other markets. And then in 2017, I started buying commercial rentals here. So we bought commercial rentals here instead. And that's just been a fantastic investment. Love it. But, the residential stuff just got too expensive to cash flow, except for this last one, which did great. But again, if prices go down, this is kind of the first type of property that's going to decrease in value. Oh, do you want me to go down here? Ooh, what was that fell off? Oh, there's a giant spider. Huh. Well, you can guarantee that's a murder room down there. So I don't feel like walking down there right now with 17 spiders crawling on the door. And when Nikki first came in here, she came over here and the back door was wide open. And so as a smart agent, property manager, investor, and being a woman, she went and got Alex, my nephew, and brought him over here with her to make sure she had someone just to be safe. That's a good rule of thumb as well for women out there. I know sucks, but there are bad people out there. And if you're meeting new people showing houses, or, oh man, this is not as clean. Oh, look at that wall. But yeah, if you're meeting new people, meeting new clients, they want to meet at a house, it's always best to bring someone with you, or if you would all feel sketchy. And guys, same goes for guys as well. You know, there's no reason to risk your safety to save a few minutes. Ooh, that's a bad garage. I was telling Nikki too. I don't remember for sure if I ever went in that garage before. I might have. I have the before video when I first bought this property. Just a pile of compost. I don't think that's really structural. I think that's fine. You can see daylight through the cracks. Yeah, but yeah, I do have a before video I'll link to as well on what this property looked like when I first bought it. I don't remember if I did a after video or not, because it was such minor repairs we did. Oh, of course, we got the car bumper. So my plan with this property, I'm gonna close this before I forget, is to probably sell it. It does not attract the best tenants. Like I said, if the housing market does change, it's going to be one of the first properties to go down first. And it's worth $240,000 right now. If we do even just a cosmetic rehab, like, it's crazy how high prices have gotten. Oh, that's not good. That hole, that's all plaster. I could tear my house apart. How does that happen? So, but anyway, if we think maybe slightly more than cosmetic rehab, it's worth $240,000. So for that price, and for it to rent for, like, if we fixed it up, it might rent for $1,400 a month, maybe. You know, just the price to rent ratios are not good in Colorado for residential rentals. That's why I stopped buying them. So I can take the $160,000 in equity, more than that probably, and then exchange it into another rental commercial property, not pay taxes on the difference if I do a 1031 exchange, and make way more money. So that's kind of been the plan. I was going to do it with this one and the other rental I showed you guys a couple weeks ago. And I had a property under contract I was going to buy. Is right around 1.8 million, but that fell through. So I'm going to do a video on that eventually that goes over why that fell through and what happened. I can't say a whole lot of stuff just because I didn't buy it and it's not my house right now, or my property, but I'll talk a little bit about it. And then, so that 1031 exchange didn't go through. However, I am selling my first rental property that I bought in 2010 and exchanging that into a 10,000 square foot commercial property. That one is going through. So we're running into a few problems getting mine sold. It's under contract, ready to sell, but there's been some delays with the lender. But hopefully that gets cleared up, and I'll go over that whole process once it's done. It was originally supposed to close September 25th, and I think we're delayed now a little bit longer than that. But hopefully, end of September, start of October, that'll be closed. I can tell you all about that how that went, how that process is, and show you the new property, which I think is really cool. So for now, I'm just kind of sitting tight on these 2 rentals. They're 2 I had a ton of equity in. They aren't my favorite rentals just because of the locations. And eventually I know I'll find something to buy again. So it's kind of like, well, I don't really want to fix them up and rent them again and risk them getting trashed or beat up or have to wait a year. So it's kind of like just let them sit vacant for a little while. Hopefully something comes up. Boy, there is some. Let's see. We're gonna have to fix this. So why don't we'll just tear the wall apart. Why not? It's a video. We can have some fun. This is why I don't like plaster. Yep, there we go. So yeah, maybe slightly more than cosmetic work will be needed on this one, but that's okay. We have a lot of equity to work with and not in a huge rush to do anything. I feel like my value is slowly decreasing the more I look at this house too. Maybe we're at 230 or 220 for what it's worth. We might as well just punch this wall too and see what happens. Yeah, all that. There we go. That makes for a much better video. That's the house. All right, so this is rental property number 16. The 16th I had purchased, the last residential property I ever bought. Maybe the last residential property I'll ever buy, who knows, maybe not. Depends on the market, what I do, you never know, I don't rule out anything. I love commercial right now. Loved the residential rentals when I had them. They've done very well for me. But again, this is kind of the type of property I probably wouldn't buy again for rental just because of how old it is and where it's at. But doesn't mean it can't be a good house for other people either. So I appreciate you guys always supporting me, watching the videos, giving the thumbs up, comments, all that stuff. Love to hear what you think of this one, about our plans. And we love new subscribers too. So if you guys have any comments, questions at all, leave them below. We'll have some more videos. We'll have updates on this one and the other rental too when we decide what to do with it. Oh, look at that. That's crazy. I don't think that was like that before. Maybe. And we'll be back with a lot more videos on our flips. We've still got 19 going. Of course, more rental properties and more advice videos too. Thanks a lot, and we'll be back.